flew in from Denmark to give this testimony. What God cannot do, I am that woman. God has shown great mercy. I got married 2013, and since then we were struggling for babies. They weren't coming. I did 5 IVF, they all failed. So I was waiting for 10 years, but my husband stayed by me. One of the IVF led to pregnancy in 2021, but at 20 weeks, I lost it due to cervical incompetency. I was on the altar of fire. I joined this altar 2021, but then I was not serious. So fast forward to 2022 November, I started the 6th process of IVF. What discouraged me from that IVF was, after bringing out all the embryos, they brought 16, and only one was viable. The rest 15 were bad. And then it got done on me, like, why will I be servicing negativity with my tears, with my money, with everything in me when I'm on this altar? And then we were approached. So I abandoned the one embryo. I refused to transfer it. I said, let me give Roy 3 months of this 2023. Let me see if he's going to answer me. Then Pastor Jerry said, we should dress the way we want to be addressed in 2023. And we should download pictures and videos of what we wanted. So I downloaded pictures of pregnancy. I downloaded scanned babies. And also I put clothes around my tummy and I make pictures behind the Christmas tree. So during that night of crossover, I am a burning and shiny light. I was there praying with the pictures. I didn't go anywhere. And all through the 3 months I gave God, if they say sit, I sit, stand, I stand, everything they say do, I was doing. I was taking communion. Fast forward to February 28th. On that day, I was at the doctor's appointment because I had ovarian cyst due to the IVF procedures I did. So they were monitoring the cyst. Then, as I was there, I was listening to the NSPPD prayer. Pastor Jerry said, women seeking for the fruit of the womb, carry your babies. Angels are giving out babies.
Who is looking for the fruit of the womb? I see babies everywhere. I see smiling babies. Angels are carrying babies. Angels are carrying babies. 10 years, 7 years, 8 years, 15 years. Take your babies. Take your babies.
So I claimed my baby right there, and I said, the next time I will come to this office, it will not be to check my cyst, but it's to check pregnancy. I said that prayer casually, but God heard me. So I went home, and then a day to the day I wrote down, March 31st, because that was my date. I remember then I bought the pregnancy test kit. I bought the cheapest one because I wasn't expecting anything. I did the test, and I left it at the bathroom sink. I went back for my prayers to continue. As I was on my way to pick my communion, I decided to trash the kit. Then I saw 2 lines. So I went back and checked again. There were 2 lines. I did other tests. It was confirmed I was pregnant. When I called my doctor, they said it can't be. Until you transfer that one embryo, you are not pregnant. I said, but I am pregnant. So they didn't take me serious. When one nurse that finally took me, she did test and confirmed that I was pregnant. But 10 weeks into the pregnancy, I started bleeding, and I bled through all the pregnancies. But Error kept me. My doctor said, bleeding in pregnancy is abnormal, so you are going through a miscarriage. So they didn't take me serious. But then the baby was there. I was still growing. They were checking my HCG, and it kept increasing. That was when they knew, okay, this baby is still there. Then fast forward to 18 weeks, I was diagnosed of cervical incompetency again. Then I have to undergo sacrilege to keep the baby. And all this while I was like, not again. I have done IVF, I have had stillbirth. Why am I still going through this? So after the sacrilege, they told me everything would be fine, but it wasn't fine. Fast forward to the 20-week scan when I was supposed to check the neck fold and the sex of the baby. I was smiling with the midwife, but all of a sudden, her countenance changed, and she called in another midwife to confirm. They were both sad. I was asking, what is happening? They were not talking to me. They were speaking Danish, and my Danish was not so good then. They called in the third person. That was when I knew there was a problem. And they were just talking, looking for solution within themselves. Then they finally asked me, are you here with your husband? I said, no, he's at work. Are you here with anyone? I said, no. Talk to me. They were like, okay, what we want to tell you is very serious. Your baby has chromosomal abnormalities. Your baby is deformed. You cannot have this baby. They were thinking if it's trisomy 21 or trisomy 18 that they were battling with. And I was like, what God cannot do does not exist. Not my baby. They said, yes, this is what it is. So they thought I was crazy when I told them that is not my result, because that was not what God told me. They said, okay, you come on Monday with your husband. That weekend was the longest weekend of my life. I was on the altar of fire praying all the previous videos. Oh Lord, show me mercy. I was there the whole 3 days. When we got there on Monday, there were like 7 doctors in the room. They all introduced themselves according to their high ranks. And they explained all the negativities with so many documents. They showed us pictures, how the baby would look like and all of that. It was a monster. What they showed us, like those babies were monsters. And one of them said, are you ready to waste your time with this pregnancy? You want to carry this pregnancy and just waste your time? Because the longest of these babies that has lived did not live up to the first birthday. So what are you doing with this kind of pregnancy? Then I said, let my husband speak. And my husband told them, I'm 41 and I will not let you do experiment with my baby. So that settled it. So I told them, we are not doing. As we were about to leave, they told us to sign document that we accepted the baby the way it is. I said, no problem, we will sign. I signed different documents. I don't even know, but I was just signing. When I signed, in my mind, I was like, what God cannot do does not exist. What God cannot do does not exist. As we were about to go out, one of them came and said, I have been thinking, but there is another test we can do for you through your blood. We don't do it here in Denmark. So we will have to send the result to either Sweden, Stockholm, or to Germany. I said, no problem. He said, it's very expensive, but we will do it for you because we want to prove you wrong. I said, do it, let me prove you wrong. So I went to the lab, they took my blood sample. They said the result will be out in 10 days. That 10 days was 10 years for me. I was praying, shouting, all the declarations Papa were declaring, I used to follow up. And then, fast forward to Tuesday evening, I was in my dream. And then I heard Papa singing his favorite song then. I woke up and I joined him. I was singing till the morning. Then it was 4 a.m. So 7 a.m. during the morning prayer, that was in June. It was as if Papa came for me. He started with there is a woman here, you are pregnant, it doesn't look good. The doctor said the baby in your womb is deformed.
I don't know who that woman is. They've already told you that the baby in your womb is already malformed by the mercy of God. For every good and perfect gift comes from above, from the Father of light, in whom there is no variableness and neither shadow of turning. By the mercy of God, let it be reversed right now. Let it be reversed right now.
So after all those declarations, I put it, I am the one, I am the one. So Pastor Jerry was just declaring, it was like he came for me that day. I claimed everything. And 2 days later, that was on Friday, the day they told me the result would come. They called me on the phone. They asked me to confirm my identity. I did. And the lady said, your baby is normal. Oh my God. I asked, what is normal? What do you mean normal? I don't understand. And she explained, your baby does not have chromosomal abnormality. In fact, your baby is okay. And Pastor Jerry would say, how will you shout? Oh my God, I couldn't shout. I was just staring I was like, am I dreaming? As I was like, okay, because I still didn't get it. And then she asked, do you want to know the sex of the baby? I said, yes. And she said, it's a boy. Oh, that was when my brain opened. And I started shouting, hey, Roy, what God cannot do does not exist. So, fast forward to when I gave birth to my baby. He came out perfectly. Delivery was short. Nothing happened. Nothing missing. Nothing broken. This is my evidence. This is the baby they said I'm wasting my time with. Here is my baby, my Roy baby. So, the doctor said, Jessica, your baby is a miracle. God really answered prayer. Papa, see your baby, see your NSPPD baby. What God cannot do,